You might not notice it all at once. It begins slowly, a pause before standing, a careful grip on the railing, a moment of hesitation before bending to pick something up. Small things. Everyday movements that once felt automatic now feel just a little harder. And maybe you tell yourself it is normal. Just part of aging, just stiffness or a little tiredness. But somewhere deep inside there is a quiet question. What if I am starting to lose my independence? You are not alone in that thought. Many people over 70 begin to feel the subtle shift, not just in their muscles, but in their confidence. It is not about weakness. It is about wondering, can I still do the things that matter most? Can I keep living the life I choose without depending on others for every little thing? These moments can bring up emotion, not fear exactly, but a tender sort of grief, the kind that comes when you realize that your body needs you in a new way now. But here is the hopeful truth. You are not helpless in this. Your body is still listening, still responding. And with just a few simple, daily movements, you can help it stay strong enough to carry you not just through the day, but through a life that still belongs to you. Movement is not about staying young. It is about staying capable. It is about keeping your freedom, the ability to rise, to reach, to walk steadily across the room without fear. In this conversation, we will gently explore 3 daily movements that can help protect your independence after 70. They are not exercises. They are simple, practical actions that support strength, balance, and ease so that the life you love stays within reach. Stay with me. These movements may seem small, but they carry the power to keep you living fully on your own terms. Movement number 1. The sit to stand. There is one small movement you do every day that quietly shapes your independence. You stand up from a chair, you rise from the toilet, you get out of bed. You may not think much of it until it begins to feel harder. You start using your hands to push yourself up. You feel a little unsteady. And slowly, without meaning to, you avoid standing as often. This simple action, standing up without using your hands, is one of the most important movements you can practice after 70. It keeps your legs strong, your hips mobile, and your core engaged. And most importantly, it gives you confidence. The kind of confidence that says, I can still get up when I need to. Gloria, 77, first noticed the change when she started leaning heavily on her arms to rise from her favorite recliner. One day at her doctor's office, she struggled to get up from the exam table. It shook her. She felt embarrassed, even a little ashamed, but her doctor was gentle. Let's build your strength back, he said. Just 5 sit-to-stands a day. That is your medicine now. She began by standing from the kitchen chair, slowly, using her arms at first. Then one day, without even thinking, she rose without help. And in that moment, she smiled. Not because it was easy, but because it was hers again. If you can, find a sturdy chair. Sit tall. Cross your arms if you feel steady, or use the armrests if needed. Then rise slowly to your feet, not with speed, but with control. Lower back down. Repeat 5 times. That is all. Over time, this small act tells your muscles to stay awake. It tells your balance to pay attention. It tells you that you are still strong, still steady, still rising on your own. Because every time you stand without help, you are saying something to your body. I am still here, I am still able, I still decide when and how I move. Movement number 2, the gentle reach and twist. There are movements so ordinary, we do not notice them slipping away until they do. Reaching into a high cabinet, turning to look behind while backing out of a driveway. Bending slightly to zip up a jacket or tie a shoe. When those small twists and turns become stiff or uncomfortable, life begins to narrow. You stop reaching, you stop bending. You stop asking your body for the things it once gave you easily. The gentle reach and twist is a movement that keeps your world open. It supports your spine, shoulders, and waist, the areas that let you move fluidly instead of feeling locked in place. It also keeps your ribs and lungs expanding, helping your breathing stay deep and full. Walter, 80, realized something was changing when he stopped turning around to grab his jacket from the backseat of the car. It was easier to get out, walk around, and open the door. But each time he avoided twisting, his body became just a little stiffer. At his granddaughter's suggestion, he started adding a slow, seated twist to his morning routine, nothing intense, just enough to gently turn and breathe. Within weeks, he could reach behind him again without thinking. You can do this anywhere. Sit or stand comfortably. Rest your hands on your knees or thighs. Slowly turn your upper body to one side, not with force, just with ease. Look over your shoulder if it feels good. Hold for a breath. Then slowly return to center and turn the other way. You are not stretching to become more flexible. You are inviting your body to stay curious, to stay available, to stay responsive to the life around you. With each gentle twist, you keep the world within reach. With each breath, you open space where tightness once lived. This is not about pushing further. It is about making sure you can still move in the direction of what matters, whether it is a coat, a conversation, or a loving hug. Because movement is not just physical. It is emotional, it is freedom, it is life unfolding one easy turn at a time. Movement number 3, the steady step and balance hold. There is a kind of fear that many people carry quietly after 70. It is not loud or panicked. It shows up as hesitation, a pause at the top of the stairs, a careful step over a rug, a moment of doubt when walking on uneven ground. It is the fear of falling. And that fear is not just about getting hurt. It is about what comes after the hospital, the recovery, the question of whether you will ever move as freely again. This is why balance is not just a physical skill. It is emotional security. It is trust in your own body. Practicing simple balance movements, like shifting your weight from foot to foot or standing on one leg while holding a chair, helps retrain your body to stay steady. It also calms your nervous system. It tells you, you are safe. You are standing strong. Lillian, 84, fell while bringing in the mail one afternoon. It was not a hard fall, but it changed her. After that day, she avoided the front steps, stopped going out alone, and even began to shuffle when she walked. Her daughter gently encouraged her to practice a balance hold each morning, standing at the kitchen counter, lifting one foot just an inch off the ground, holding it for a few seconds, then switching sides. Lillian did not expect much, but after 2 weeks she felt something surprising: confidence. Not in her legs, but in herself. You can do this too. Stand near a wall or counter. Hold it gently, shift your weight onto one foot, lift the other just slightly, breathe, feel the ground beneath you, then switch. No rush, no pressure. This small practice sends a message to every part of you. I can still trust my body. I can still move through the world with ease. A strong step is not about distance. It is about faith. Faith that your legs will carry you, that your balance will return, that your life will remain your own. Because every steady step is a quiet act of courage, and you are braver than you know. When you think about independence, it is easy to picture big things: driving, cooking, shopping, caring for yourself. But true independence begins with much smaller movements. The quiet strength to rise from a chair, the gentle twist to reach for something you need, the steady step that carries you from room to room without fear. These movements do more than support your body. They support your confidence. They remind you that you are not fading, you are adapting. You are learning how to live with grace inside a body that is growing older, yes, but also wiser and still capable. The sit to stand strengthens your foundation. The reach and twist keeps your world open. The balance hold rebuilds trust where fear once stood. Together, they create something far more powerful than exercise. They create freedom. You do not need to do these perfectly. You do not need to do them quickly. You only need to begin. One breath, one movement, one moment at a time. Let this be your reminder. You are not stuck. You are not losing your independence. You are learning how to keep it by moving with care, with attention, and with love for the body that has carried you this far. It is not about fighting aging. It is about walking through it with steadiness and with pride. Because this life is still yours, step by step, moment by moment, movement by movement. If one of these movements spoke to you today or reminded you of your own strength, I invite you to share in the comments. Just write movement 1 or movement 3, or share something you are working on in your own daily routine. Your words may quietly encourage someone else who is just beginning. And if this message brought you comfort, I hope you will subscribe and tap the bell. Here, you are always seen, always respected, and never rushed. We are walking this path together gently, steadily, and with great care. Until next time, take gentle care.